Hey friends, welcome. Today I want to talk to you about something that has the power to transform your life. It's not wealth, intelligence, or luck. It's your attitude. And this isn't just a motivational idea. It's a truth supported by both science and scripture. Your attitude shapes how you approach challenges, embrace opportunities, and navigate life's twists and turns. It's the lens through which you view the world. A great attitude doesn't eliminate struggles or guarantee constant success, but it gives you the tools to rise above setbacks and reach your full potential. So, when people ask me, how can I develop a great attitude, Doug? They're really asking two questions. The first, how to move confidently from one success to another. The second, how to recover from setbacks without losing hope. And today, we'll dive deep into what makes an exceptional attitude and how you can cultivate one using insights from science and biblical wisdom. Believing in your ability to succeed. Now, from a scientific standpoint, Dr. Albert Bandura, one of the most influential psychologists of our time, introduced the concept of self-efficacy, which is the belief in one's ability to influence outcomes. Research shows that people with strong self-efficacy set higher goals, persist longer, and recover more quickly from setbacks. And this isn't arrogance, it's the quiet confidence that effort leads to results. Let me give you an example. Athletes who visualize winning and believe in their training outperform those who doubt their abilities, and it's proven time and time again. Now, from a biblical perspective, Scripture reinforces this confidence in Philippians chapter 4, verse 13, which says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And this isn't about self-reliance. It's about partnering with God, trusting that He equips us to achieve what He calls us to do. So think of it this way. Start small. Set achievable goals. Celebrate your progress. And remember that even small victories build confidence. Reflect on God's promises and remind yourself that He has a purpose for your life. Yep, your life has a purpose, and it's going to be beautiful. Viewing failure as a stepping stone. Now, neuroscience shows that failure triggers the brain's learning and adaptation mechanisms. Dr. Carol Dweck's work on growth mindset reveals that people who see failure as a temporary setback rather than a permanent flaw are more likely to persist and succeed. You see, each failure teaches us something new, and we can then refine our approach. I'll give you an example. Thomas Edison famously said, I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. And that attitude turned setbacks into stepping stones for that man. Now, from a biblical perspective, the Bible encourages us to embrace challenges as part of God's refining process. In Romans chapter 5, verses 3 through 5, he says, We glory in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character, and character, hope. Every failure has a purpose. It builds strength, resilience, and faith. So think about that for a minute. When you face setbacks, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Write down the lessons and then plan your next steps. Pray for guidance, trusting that God is using even your failures for your good. Maintaining a healthy relationship with yourself. Now, research on self-compassion by Dr. Kirsten Neff shows that being kind to yourself during difficult times reduces stress and increases resilience. People who value themselves are more likely to set high goals, persevere, and recover from setbacks. A healthy relationship with yourself isn't about ignoring flaws. It's about recognizing your worth despite them. So think of self-compassion as the foundation for personal growth. When you believe you're worth the effort, you're more likely to put in the work. From a biblical perspective, the Bible teaches us to see ourselves as God sees us. Psalm 139 verse 14 says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Now, this is stated knowing that God created us with intention and care, and it reminds us to treat ourselves with kindness and respect. So think about this. Maybe start a daily habit of gratitude. Every morning when you wake up, write down 3 things you like about yourself, or 3 ways God has worked through you. Use these reminders to counter self-doubt and nurture a positive self-image. And trust me, the act of writing things down like that is amazing. It'll change everything for you. It's a simple step, but it produces powerful results. Recognizing opportunity in challenges. Now, science tells us through the broaden and build theory that positive emotions help us think more creatively, solve problems, and build resources. Optimistic people don't ignore difficulties. They see possibilities where others see roadblocks. So I'll give you an example. During economic downturns, some individuals start businesses that address new needs, turning challenges into success stories. And in fact, when we think of the Great Depression, we don't think of all the people that made millions of dollars addressing the issues that came up during the time. We just think of all the downtrodden and unfortunate circumstances that occurred. But it's up to you, regardless of what's going on in the world around you, to continue to look at things from a positive standpoint and ask yourself, how can I make a difference? And I guarantee you, sometimes the answer to that question is powerful and it can change your life forever. And from a biblical perspective, the Bible calls us to trust that God is working in all circumstances. The Gospel of James chapter 1 verses 2 through 4 reminds us, consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. And this challenges us to carry our hidden blessings, and it allows us to shape ourselves for the greater opportunities that will come our way. Now, think of it this way. When you're faced with difficulties, ask yourself, how can I turn this situation into something that will make me stronger? We can pray for wisdom to see the opportunities God is placing before us. We can also keep a journal to track how challenges have shaped our growth. And that's always something beautiful to go back and review. Because you know what? You are always more amazing than you're willing to give yourself credit for. And I can assure you, there are beautiful things about you that the world sees every single day. When you write these things down in a book and have the ability to go back and review them, you get to see the beauty of yourself through the eyes of the world. And trust me, there are incredible things about you. You are amazing, and you are worth it. So why is attitude so powerful? Well, science tells us that a positive attitude leads to better health, greater creativity, and higher productivity. Studies on self-fulfilling prophecy reveal that people who expect success are more likely to take actions that lead to it. And optimism fuels perseverance, which in turn creates results. And from a biblical standpoint, Proverbs just captures this beautifully. In Proverbs 23, verse 7, we hear, For as he thinks in his heart, so is he. And our thoughts shape our reality. When we align our attitude with faith, hope, and action, we live out the life that God has planned for us. Sometimes we need to take action because we need to give God something to work with. But, as with any project, and we're all a project, if given the right materials, God can build something beautiful from us. And it's 100% the truth. And we give him those materials by taking action and approaching our action with positive attitude. Now, why do we focus on the positive? Because science tells us positive emotions boost resilience and broaden our perspectives. Gratitude in particular has been shown to improve mood, relationships, and even our physical health. The Bible tells us through Philippians 4, verse 8, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. It might be a good idea for us to start each day by identifying 3 things you're grateful for, by creating a gratitude journal. When you wake up in the morning, the act of writing out things that you're happy or thankful for in your life can build, and over time changes the wiring in our minds. And then our brains, through the reticular activating system, start thinking and looking for the positive around us. It'll change everything in your life. So focus on what's going right, even in difficult situations. Be proactive. Science tells us that proactivity, or taking initiative, is linked to greater success and satisfaction. People who act on their goals instead of waiting for the perfect moment create momentum and, as a result, more opportunities. The Bible tells us through Proverbs 14, verse 23, all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Faith calls us to action. So consider breaking your goals into small, actionable steps. Take one step every day, no matter how small. Remember, any movement towards your goal is movement towards your goal. Think about that. It's 100% true. Even one step is one step further today than you were yesterday. But you must take a step. And that's the important lesson here. And change your environment by changing yourself. Science tells us that environmental psychology shows that our surroundings mirror our attitudes. A positive mindset creates a ripple effect, influencing relationships and opportunities. So, walk through your home. Take a look at it. Are there some things you could change? Maybe you could clean up a little bit here or there. Maybe there's some tasks or projects that you've set aside for some time that we could just jump into and get done on the quick. Because you know what? It's those things that your mind is constantly working on. But cleaning up your environment, finishing projects that have been long-standing, will free up your mind for a positive embrace and carry you forward into new opportunities and allow your brain to just create a more passionate and better environment for you to achieve your goals. And the Bible tells us through Romans 12, chapter 2, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And it's true. It's beautiful and true. So if your environment feels stagnant, start by just addressing one thing at a time. Pray for strength and guidance to renew your mindset and watch your circumstances shift just like that. I tell you what, I love that. I don't know if you've ever heard there's a YouTube clip of an admiral, and he gives a speech at a college, and it's called Make Your Bed Every Morning. And, I love the speech because in it, he identifies that, it's that one simple act of taking care of something that was left undone, like maybe an unmade bed all day long, that puts our minds into the right perspective to approach everything else we do that day in a positive and an effective way. And it's, if we go through our house and maybe the dishes are in the sink, you may not think about the fact that the dishes are undone, but it's always up here. And the mind loves completeness, and it doesn't like things left undone. So even if you think you're not considering it up here, your subconscious mind continues to work and focus on solving that problem, which in this case would be getting the dishes done or an unmade bed. But by completing those small tasks and cleaning them up, we free up space and energy for our mind to focus on the things we're truly passionate about, the things that we truly need to work on. So, in addition to this, your attitude is your greatest asset. Science shows that it drives success, resilience, and happiness. And Scripture reveals it aligns with God's purpose and equips us to overcome challenges. An exceptional attitude doesn't mean life will be easy, but it does mean that you'll face it with faith, courage, and hope. Choose to see setbacks as opportunities, failures as lessons, and yourself as a person worthy of God's blessings. Now, as Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prepare you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." So the next time you face a challenge, ask yourself, what attitude am I bringing to this moment? You know what? With the right attitude, you can transform your life, and through it, bring light to the lives of others. And that's true. Everything you do impacts those around you. So if you're leading a family, you'll bring a better life circumstance for your family. If you're leading a team in a work environment, your positive attitude and positive approach will make all the difference in their working circumstance. Trust me, people are paying attention to you, and some are even mimicking you. So let's ensure that we're giving them the best of us to mimic, the best of us to review. And that all starts with the right attitude, a positive attitude. And if anybody can do it, you absolutely can. If anybody is worth it, you absolutely are. I look forward to seeing you every single day because I too know how worthy you are. And I want to share the best information I possibly can with you daily so you have the ability to just think about it, but also take action, maybe based on some of my advice that will help you to live the best life you ever possibly could. Because I care about you, I believe in you, and I'll be back tomorrow with some more great ideas. I can't wait to see you. I'll be looking for you specifically. Remember, you are worthy. Have a beautiful day. Take care, friends.